Hi guys, so for today's reading we are going to be looking into a death that you could possibly be dealing with in your life. And so we have 3 piles today. 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. And if you guys enjoy this reading, I would really appreciate it if you could like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a donation, or drop a timestamp. It really does help me out more than you guys know, so thank you so much for giving back energetically for the energetic healing sessions that I bring to you guys. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you who support me on my path, as I'm here to support you on yours. Let's get started with pile 1. For pile 1, you are dealing with a death. So let's discuss what death you are dealing with and how it may be affecting you, things that you can do in working through this. Taurus, trustworthy. Pisces, Aquarius. So this could be, for some of you, this could be a death of a family member, child, parent, maybe a friend as well. This is definitely somebody that was very close to you. And if this wasn't a literal death, then this is something where this person may as well be dead and gone because they are completely out of your life and you are cut off from them completely. This person may have been a very stubborn person, a very headstrong person. You may have even had some sort of conflict with this person before this happened as well. Some of you could also feel like you are getting some sort of messages from this person. If you feel that way, that is definitely happening. Because of this situation and what you're going through right now, your consciousness is being expanded very greatly. You are really learning how to be less judgmental, more open-minded, more flexible and adaptable. You're also learning how to feed situations love while you have the time. Tomorrow Never Comes by Norma Merrick. Great poem. You guys may find that very interesting. It may help you in some sort of way. Don't feel... You may be feeling a lot of regret or a lot of, I should have did this, I should have did that. There's so many things I could have done before things ended, and if I would have done things differently, maybe things could have been different. You know, when things are meant to happen, things are meant to happen, and there's not much that you can do to change that. And yes, sometimes it does hurt when things ended on a bad note before a death occurred. But we can't change the past. What we can do is take that lesson, learn from it, grow from it, and apply it in the future. M-U-D. For some of you, this could have been somebody who dragged your name through the mud in some sort of way. D-Y, muddy. This could be a muddy situation as well. For some of you, this could have been a situation where you could have actually lost somebody to murder as well. And muddy boots keeps popping in my head. Maybe this person had muddy boots. Maybe you guys got in an argument over muddy boots in some sort of way for a very particular, like, specific person. Z-N-S. But that's one of those arguments where it's like, is that really worth it? Is it really worth it to be so upset about something so inconsequential? And see, that's the things that you're learning from this situation. Sudden. This could have been something very sudden that just came up without you really having any time to prepare for it as well. Q-E-V. I've lost 9 people over the last 3 years myself. Varying degrees of closeness. My father, my father-in-law, my stepfather, 2 of my grandmas, grandpa, uncle, a very good friend of mine. You know, that is a part of life, and energy never dies, so they are always with you even once they are gone. V-G, vegetarian. There could be something about being a vegetarian here as well. J-H-C-N. Okay, and you know what? Cannibalism just popped into my mind as well. There's been a lot of messages lately about something about a trans and cannibalism and serial killing, and I don't know why I feel like I should be mentioning something about those things in this pile, but, you know, there may be a reason for it in some sort of way. This could definitely be a death where you're having a very hard time understanding why it had to happen, making sense of it, making sense of how it happened, or the circumstances behind it, trying to give it a reason. And there just may not be a logical reason that you can find for why this had to happen. Or maybe this person was a very good person who was hurt by someone. Something along those lines. Squeamish. Quenching your thirst. Someone may have actually even got lost in the woods, and that could have been part of it as well. Hedge. Somebody might have actually been fairly abused as a child. And I knew somebody at one point in time that their parents used to take them out into the middle of the woods and leave them there alone to find their way back, on a regular basis. And they were very terrified of that experience. Jed. Honey. Sunny. Money. Cedric. And now I'm thinking of Cedric Diggory from Harry Potter. And the way that he died, and he died, basically, it was like he died and Harry blamed himself because that person really wanted to hurt him. The person who killed Cedric really wanted to hurt him. And so he blamed himself, but it wasn't his fault that Cedric was killed by that person. That person was just somebody that wanted to destroy. And it's hard to really piece together sometimes why people want to destroy or to come up with reasons. And even if you come up with reasons, it's not going to solve the problem. The main thing going on here is the sadness, pain, and hurt over this death, especially if this is somebody who died younger than they should have. Or especially if this is somebody who died when you feel like you should have been the one. And, you know, that can definitely happen. Once again, with the child thing, somebody could have lost a child as well. Rituals is a song. I think it's called Rituals. That you might actually get something from as well. You could even be feeling like there was some spiritual warfare here or something along those lines. If there was, just know that it doesn't matter what the circumstances of the death was. It happened when it was meant to happen, and there is a reason behind it. And a lot of that reason for you is so that you can be able to delve into the shadow and shine a light on some of the things going on inside of yourself, and so that you could really learn to listen to your instincts, trust your intuition, listen to the intelligence that you have inside of you and that little voice within. You're definitely very intelligent. For some of you, this could have even been a partner as well. We have the Magician, we have the Fool, we have the Cheetah, we have the Phoenix. Let two become one, and we have let your emotions flow. So a death may have happened as well to push you into an energy of wanting to live your life to the fullest more. To be more ambitious, to be more goal-oriented, to have more drive, more motivation, to really lead you towards taking leaps of faith that you may not have taken before in the past, to listening to your intuition, to trusting yourself to be able to guide, to trust yourself to be able to lead, to take a leap, to jump into the unknown without worrying so much. And also so that you can see and understand that you have all the skills, tools, knowledge, and abilities necessary and at your disposal to create the life that you want. And you may have been really stuck and stagnant for a very long time, but this death has pushed you into gear to revitalizing yourself, to reawakening yourself, and also to allow you to get more in contact with that feminine side of yourself and allowing yourself to feel your emotions and to not feel ashamed or guilty or naive or vulnerable or stupid or anything of the sort when you are feeling your genuine emotions, and to just allow them to be there and to be at peace with that. Getting more in touch with nature and more in touch with your intuition is something that's going to help you immensely. And I feel like a lot of the reason that you had to go through this experience is so that you could wake up and you could really realize how much you can go through and still be able to come up out of the ashes and be stronger, wiser, more capable. You are more capable than you know. You are more strong than you know. And you are definitely going to create some massive changes in your life because of what has happened here. And for those of you that this may not have been an actual death and this was an ending of a situation where they might as well be dead and gone because that's what happened here, this may actually be something that comes back up in your life as well and asks you to take a leap of faith. You could have been having some trust issues with yourself and with the world around you that were holding you back. And I feel like these trust issues have been something that has held you back for a very long time. But because of this situation, you're being forced to trust and rely on yourself and the world around you. And so it's starting to change your view and your perception of things in the world. Losing this particular person could have made you feel extra vulnerable, extra alone. It could have made you feel like the world was ending in some sort of way. And it also could have highlighted some codependency issues that you have and caused you to face them and pull yourself out of them. So everything happens for a reason, and even this happened for a reason. Whether we like the things that happen or not, whether we feel like life is fair or not, there's a lot of times that life is not fair. A lot of times that life is not fair. There's a lot of times that no matter how much you put out, it doesn't seem to be coming back in a good way. It will eventually. But there's a lot of times where life is unfair. And being okay with that is something that is necessary for you to be able to stand in your power instead of falling into victimhood mentality. So that is pretty much what I got for this pile. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you guys thought about it, whether or not it resonated, what you might be going through. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2, for you guys, the death that you are dealing with. Let's check into this. Cancer, imaginative. Aries. Sagittarius, friendly. Aquarius, friendly. Sagittarius is optimistic. Gemini. So this could be a parent or parent-like figure. This could be like an in-law. This could be an adopted parent. This could be possibly a sibling. This is definitely a family-related death of some kind. Maybe even somebody that you had to take care of while they were passing for some of you as well. You may have been a caregiver for this person in some sort of way. Or at some time they were a caregiver for you in some sort of way. This situation is allowing you to open up and expand your consciousness and your mind to release some of the judgments. This person could have actually been going through dementia or Alzheimer's or traumatic brain injury or something that made them act very out of character towards the end. This could have definitely seemed like a situation where you were putting up with a lot of abuse in this situation. And it definitely, you know, when it comes to people who are going through those things, they are very abusive a lot of times. Intentionally or not, they are very abusive a lot of times. And you could have definitely had to deal with something along those lines with this person. You may have even dealt with some two-faced energy or some gossiping energy or something. Maybe there was some gossip surrounding your family or the situation that was going on. There could have been a lot of fights or arguments. There may have even been fights or arguments over money or over something along those lines. People could have been very angry with you for some sort of inheritance that you received if you did. We have this little pink bunny as well. There's definitely a lot of fertility and abundance going on in your life right now. As one door closes, another always opens. I feel like you might be a little bit anxious, worried, scared moving forward. You might be having to deal with a lot on your plate at this time. P, C, there could be something to do with the computer. N, M, New Mexico. P, T, Petrie. Z. If you watched Land Before Time as a kid at all, now I'm going to start getting into Land Before Time. When Littlefoot's mother passed away, and how upset Littlefoot was, and everything that happened. If you haven't seen Land Before Time Part 1, you might want to actually watch it. It may really help you with what you're going through right now. Ice Age as well. He kind of stepped into an energy of having to control everything because he didn't want to give in to the pain or the hurt or the despair. But I will say that after he cried for a minute, he felt much better. RYU, so you might want to take some time out to cry. Z, C, Crusty, S, G, P, Puss, Cuss, Cousin, Ryan, Come, Sum, the sum of all evil, the sum of all fears, Numb. You may feel like you're kind of sleepwalking through things right at the moment and really having a hard time accepting this as reality as well. This could have been somebody very, very close to you. This is definitely somebody very close to you. Somebody that you had a lot of love for, but it was a difficult relationship. Plant the seeds and let go. You don't watch water boil, do you? Continuous care is needed, but it also takes time and patience. Don't watch the garden grow. Go live your life and check in regularly. Consistency is necessary, but so is not hovering over things. Independence is built on trust and respect as much as love. Some of you may have actually picked pile 1 too. Codependency has love, but usually lacks trust, respect, or both. Be at peace and don't worry about the outcome. Live now and prepare for tomorrow and any result that could come. It could end horribly or it could work out beautifully. Stressing and overthinking never helps. So this could have also been a death that now you may be worried about your own health and how you are going to die. And you may be focusing a lot of your time, energy, and effort on that instead of focusing on living while you're alive. So Tim McGraw, Live Like You Were Dying. I think it's Tim McGraw. I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu, and I loved deeper, and I swore to keep her, and I took the chances I had been denying. I hope one day you get the chance to live like you were dying. This is your chance to do that. That's what the meaning behind this is to boost you into living your life. Time to take care of myself. Eating right isn't always easy. Sometimes healthy makes you queasy. Start off small with little steps. Over time, increase those reps. A healthy body is a healthy mind. No more will it be in a bind. Leave behind those nasty habits. Healthy eating isn't just for rabbits. I love that a rabbit came out too. As you change the way you eat, your body will heal, a marvelous feat. And that rabbit's not even supposed to be in that charm bag, so extra confirmation there. 3/2/21. Eczema, IBS, acid reflux, heartburn. Express yourself more fully. Leave behind guilt and shame. So if you had a family member who died from a health-related illness that had something to do with overeating or something to do with like heart attack, diabetes, kidney problems, liver problems, whatever the problems may be, you don't have to go down that same path. But worrying about it and stressing about it is not going to help you at all. Taking those steps to make the changes necessary, slowly and surely, is what's going to help you. When you start stressing over it, you tend to do more of it. Because when you stress, you go to those coping mechanisms that you were taught by the people who came before you. So finding another way to cope with your stress is going to help, but so is trying to find some peace. And also being proud of yourself for the progress that you're making, acknowledging those things. Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, Dragonfly, the Bear, A New Day Dawns, Love Without Condition. So, also, this death that has occurred in your life may actually be something that triggers some sort of new life, new awakening within yourself and within your world around you. It may even rekindle or bring back a romance in your life in some sort of way. It may actually spark an apology or an admission of love in some sort of way. There's definitely a new day coming. There's a new dawn coming. Right now, you have a lot of new dawns left. But worrying about when the last dawn is going to come is going to hurt you. Instead of worrying about when the last dawn is going to come, live like it could come at any time. Don't allow it to stop you from living. There is definitely a lot of love surrounding you at this time. You may need to reach out to see that love. Look inside of yourself for that love as well. If you can't see that love in the world around you, look inside of yourself for that love and then spread that love that you have within you to the world around you and watch how dramatically it shifts the world around you. You may have been taking some time away and really isolating yourself from the world, but now is the time to come back out into the world and to really see the beauty around you. It's time to come back to life. And it's time to love yourself and others without condition, to really see that you could have actually had to go through this experience with these people and realizing that the way they were treating you was very abusive. But you couldn't very well just walk away and leave them alone because they were defenseless without somebody to care for them. And so you had to learn how to love them regardless of the abuse that was coming your way. And that doesn't mean as well that you keep abusive people in your life. And really, if it's bad enough, you should definitely be having somebody else care for them if it's affecting your mental health too much. But all of this has been teaching you to have that unconditional love for yourself and for others around you. And to really look at things in a different perspective so that you can really see things in a different way. That sometimes people lash out in those ways because of what they have going on inside of themselves, and it's not you. It's much easier to let go of when we're seeing it that way. So that is pretty much what I got for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys had to say about it, whether or not it resonates, what you might be going through, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. And remember, if you did enjoy this, to like, comment, share, subscribe, donate, leave timestamps. All of that stuff is greatly appreciated, and I really do appreciate the support on my path as I'm here to support you on yours. So thank you to everybody who does any of the energetic exchanges and ways that you can do that to give back for the energetic healing sessions I bring to you guys. You guys are so appreciated, and you make more of a difference than you know. Pile 3. For you guys, let's see what's going on with this death in your life. And for this pile, I also feel drawn to say as well that this may not be an actual physical death. This could just be a situation that ended that basically feels like a death. I said that in pile 1 as well. Leo, generous. Aries, Gemini. So this could definitely be a mother for a lot of you. If not a mother, an adoptive mother, a mother-in-law, maybe a sibling or a friend. But I'm feeling definitely a lot of mother energy here. And for some of you, it could be that your mother actually died, or that you have cut off contact completely for one reason or another. S, H, or they have. L, Z, R, T, L, J, LJ. Prison Break is coming to mind with Lincoln Burrows and his son LJ. His son lost his mother. He actually watched her be murdered right in front of him. J, JJ. M, F. Some of you could have actually dealt with a love interest of your mother's who actually took her out. That's going to be a very specific message. FK, fake. GG, grandma. I, X, Jim. Fix, P, N, pin. Nip, Tim, time, timing. Lime. You know what? You may be being told that there is only a limited time left with somebody as well, where you have time to work through the issues. You don't want to become a fixer though, so listen to your own intuition on that. Somebody who is fixing people at your own expense is not very healthy for you, but sometimes you are able to fix situations. Rim, kin, Ken, him, and now I'm thinking of the Powerpuff Girls and him on the Powerpuff Girls. Jig, girl, twirl, men, mishmash and muddle. There could be a lot of things going on for you right now. Friend or frenemy, most likely the same sex. Your beauty is so great, it's not just surface deep either. When I look into the mirror, I'm disgusted by what I see. That is not surface either. What I have done is unforgivable, but I just can't seem to stop myself. I am so jealous of all the attention that you get, and I want it for myself. But I know, as long as I am filled with hatred for myself and for others, I will never get it. How do you do it? I know you haven't had it easy either. I know you have been in my shoes, but I can't imagine you ever acting as I have. How will I ever forgive myself? I tell myself that I'm going to stop spreading rumors and lies, but it's like I'm watching myself from the outside, unable to stop it. My pain has a life of its own. My mental illnesses don't help either. I use every excuse as a crutch to not change what I need to and to work on myself, instead of constantly looking at everyone else and blame shifting. Knows that you are loved by everyone. Knows that you're responsible and you take responsibility for things. You walk your talk, and they can't stand it because they don't. Say bitch, snow the product. Even when you're giving this person compliments, they seem to twist it and turn it around, and it becomes something awful and horrible. Sugar honey iced tea. Nokia, katana, Nokia, could have possibly jumped you or wanted to, afraid of your power, jealous that you do what you want to, regardless of the opinions of others or the regulations of society. So this could definitely have been somebody living in the old way of being. I'm feeling like this is somebody of the same sex as you, whether you're a woman or whether you're a man. This is somebody that is the same sex as you, and they are still living in the old world way of doing things. And you are not. You have chosen not to be in that toxic energy. You have chosen not to live by those rules. You have chosen to do things the way that you want to do, and you have broken free. You have broken free of the chains and the ties that bind. You have broken free of the karmic cycles, and you have chosen to rise above instead of repeating the cycles that happened to you. And this person was very jealous of that, because they never did that in their life, and they are having an extremely hard time forgiving themselves for the nasty things that they have done or are still doing, and they are projecting that onto you in a way. The hatred for you stems from their self-hatred and the way that they feel about themselves and the things that they have done. They may even place you on a pedestal where they think that you're perfect and you could do no wrong, when in reality you are a human like any other, and you have had to go through times where you have felt that way about yourself too, and you have released it, forgiven yourself, and broken free. And this person, no matter how much they can forgive others, they cannot forgive themselves, because they are harder on themselves, more harsh, more critical, more judgmental towards themselves, like most people are. Which is why it is so important to forgive others, to be able to forgive yourself, because we can forgive others so much easier than ourselves 99.9% of the time. So if you're holding grudges against other people, make sure that you are looking at yourself too, and make sure that you are working things out so that you can release that and let go of it, because otherwise you are going to be holding things against you too. This is definitely a situation where you dealt with somebody that was very... Shirt is here too. Somebody that was very toxic because they were very jealous of you. And I'm not saying that they were an evil person. I'm not saying that they were, but at the same time, they may have hurt you in a lot of ways because of the jealousy that they were feeling for you and projecting that at you. Knave of Wands. Six of Swords, the shark, the whale, with love and kindness, trust and magic. So you could also be breaking free of these cycles. If this was a parent of yours, you could be breaking free of these same cycles with children of your own as well. And the way that you're going to find your way out of the darkness is by acknowledging the things that you have done and working to change them and shift them. Working to look in the mirror and see yourself as a human. Somebody who is flawed but perfectly beautiful at the same time. Somebody who is amazing but has at some points done some things that are not the best thing in the world. You may be even dealing with a little bit of passive aggressive energy yourself when you're dealing with the people around you a little bit. It's time to start seeing the beauty inside of yourself and the world around you, and leading the way for others to find their way out of the darkness. This could even be, you might be dealing with a death and you may not even be taking it as hard, but your child could actually be taking it extremely hard. And they need somebody right now who can deal with them with love, kindness, compassion, empathy, and understanding, no matter how hard it is to give that to them. At this point, some of you may benefit from watching pile 2 as well, because in that pile they were dealing with a family member who may have been dying from some sort of congenitive disease, or something like they could have had Alzheimer's, they could have had a traumatic brain injury or dementia or something like that. There could have been a lot of abuse that those people endured while they were taking care of their family member who was passing away. And Basically, in dealing with your child right now, you are going to have to be able to handle whatever projections they are throwing at you without it allowing to shift your energy, with being able to transmute that energy, with being able to heal it inside of yourself so it's not hurting you anymore. So that you aren't hurting them because they are lashing out at you. Because right now they need your love more than they need anything else in this world. Trust in the magic that you have inside of yourself. Trust in that depth, that beauty, that compassion, that understanding, that amazing quality inside of you to be able to heal some of this energy in your child that is causing them to act out the ways that they are. Because you yourself, if you really look in the mirror, you can understand where these cycles are coming from and how to break them, because you have been through them yourself. And it's hard to go, oh, wait a second, did I do some of the same things that my mother did that hurt me so badly, or that my father did that hurt me so badly? But the only way that you're ever going to change them is if you acknowledge them, so that you can heal the root causes of them and change how you handle those situations. But if you're denying them, then you will continue handling them that way, and you will continue to create that same cycle in your child's life that was created in your life. You can handle the hatred that they have for you at this time, so that in the long run, you're winning the race because of your slow and steady patience, persistence, and dedication. Your child will test your commitment to changing the way that you behave in situations, and they will push you to your limits and try to trigger you in every way that they can to pull that side of you out again. But you are stronger than that side of you. So that is what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys had to say about this reading, whether or not it resonated, what you might be going through, and I truly do hope that this helped you. If it did, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, leave a timestamp. All those things are so greatly appreciated, and those are all great ways that you can give back energetically for the energetic healing sessions that I bring to you guys as well. And I really hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye, guys.